In what ways does your media product use, develop or challenge forms and conventions of real media products? On my front cover, I used the conventional location of the masthead from Billboard magazine by having it in the middle of the top of the page. I did this as I did not want to challenge the conventions of a mainstream magazine, but Billboard and many other pop magazines do not have a focused location of the masthead, as it depends on which band or artist is on the cover. The font on my masthead was developed in the process of creating it, as I changed the block text to another block text that makes it seem a lot more modern, to highlight that my target audience of my magazine is young and unique and modern, but still highlighting the pop theme to my young demographic. Furthermore, I challenged the conventions of a classic multicoloured masthead by focusing on just one specific colour theme, purple and white. This is because I wanted to highlight that my magazine is somewhat aimed at a female audience compared to a magazine such as Billboard, which represents the same genre of pop, which is very mainstream and current, but Billboard is also very focused on a male audience rather than just a female audience like my magazine Replay. My main cover line, Mia, challenges the location of a main cover line in magazines such as Billboard, as it is the background of the magazine rather than just underneath the title in a different font to make it stand out. But I chose to do this because although it is still produced by an established mainstream magazine company, it will add a somewhat different and more of a minimal look, but with an appealing effect compared to Billboard's minimal theme with no effect. And as I'm aiming my magazine to a younger audience, I thought that I would like my magazine to not be content heavy, but I wanted to show my audience that they would be getting a fulfilling amount of news and gossip. Furthermore, my front cover of my main cover line is in many different fonts to show that my magazine is very relaxed and that there is no set structure to the magazine. I decided to challenge and develop this as I wanted the effect of my magazine to be as effective as possible but still be related to the pop genre. I decided to not use a boost on my front cover just like other magazines such as Notion and Billboard. This is because I didn't want to challenge this convention, as this genre of magazine does not use boosts on the front cover, so I decided to not use one. Throughout the process of developing my magazine, the boost was developed as well. Throughout the process, I managed to change the price and the layout of the magazine. From further research, I decided that the element of my boost was completely irrelevant and it did not suit my house style or genre. So instead, I thought as it would attract my target audience to buy the magazine, I decided to include it in my contents page. I decided to challenge the price of a magazine. This is because my audience research highlighted that my target audience would be willing to pay no more than £4 for a magazine. So I decided that my price should be £3.99. This is challenging a Billboard's price because their price is £5.70. I did this to appeal more to my younger target audience and to sell them the product because they will have a lower disposable income and will therefore not be willing to pay more than £4 on a magazine. I decided to use cover lines on the bottom of my front cover as it doesn't challenge the conventions of a pop magazine, as I felt like my front cover was too minimal to highlight the genre of this magazine, as most other pop magazines such as Notion are not content heavy at all, but it includes enough news and gossip for the audience to be interested in the magazine, and this was the effect I wanted to achieve. In my contents page, I placed the heading in the same place as Billboard does, and it is in a similar font which matches my house style. I didn't want to challenge the conventions of a main feature in a contents page, this is to keep its professional look. However, I developed my title throughout the layout of my contents page process, as I wanted to portray my pop theme in my contents page. Therefore, I changed the background of the title contents page into a colour that matched my hairstyle and front cover. Furthermore, I used the conventions of having several artist pictures within my contents, as I wanted to keep it looking professional and highlight the excitement of this genre. I also included the UK official top 30. This is because it allowed my reader to see what songs and artists are current and popular in the charts right now. This is important not only to my pop genre, but also to my demographic. This is because my target audience need to be up to date on the most popular songs in the charts at the moment. I have challenged the layout of my images on my contents page, as I have made them look quite neat and structured, as my magazine is aimed towards an older teen audience. But this could therefore promote that my pop magazine is a bit different from the others like Billboard, as their magazines show a very relaxed and unstructured style. It's also clear on the contents page that my boosts have been added underneath the competition section within the contents page. This is to keep a clutter-free front cover and stop bombarding the audience with irrelevant information that doesn't initially suit the popular genre. Within my double-page spread, I've used columns in my article as it is a popular convention throughout many mainstream magazines such as Notion, Vogue, Billboard and We Love Pop. Because of this, I used this in my magazine to portray that my magazine is a professional and as established as other examples. Furthermore, I used the picture to cover only one page of my double-page spread. This is because many double-page spreads from pop magazines do this. Therefore, I did not want to challenge the conventions of these highly popular and established magazines that I was getting inspiration and researching from. I also used a large font on my headline of the double-page spread, as many magazines also use this convention, and I did not want to challenge a popular convention as I didn't want my magazine to lose its professional look. I also did this as it grabs the reader's attention while flicking through the pages of my magazine and will therefore draw them into reading this article. My magazine has also used a conventional location and font of page numbers, as I wanted them to stay visible to the reader at a usual location so that they will be easily recognised and visible to the reader. In my double-page spread, I've included the website as I wanted it to be visible on every page of the magazine because I want the target audience to be able to access it online and find a digital copy of each magazine, as a high proportion of my audience research requested digital copies of the magazine as well as hard copies. Therefore, I decided to place the web address into the magazine so that my target audience can not only be more aware of the website, but also tell friends about it too.